Yes, that's right, Commissioner. I understand. That was the Commissioner. Funky Squad, close the door. No doubt you've heard there was an incident yesterday afternoon at Central University.
Yeah, someone celebrated 4th of July under a flash set of wheels.
That's right. A car was blown up. We've just learnt there was a person in that car.
Whoa, messy. Guess that stiff's now resting in pieces.
That stiff was the head of the university, Dean McGuinness.
Oh, you mean someone's wasted Silver Spoon McGuinness?
You knew him?
Man, he was head honcho when we were at Central.
Was he well liked?
He was pretty square, wasn't moving with the times.
Didn't speak the lingo of the kids. Too hung up on textbooks, couldn't read the writing on the wall.
But he didn't deserve to end up a jigsaw for the boys at Forensic to put together again.
I never went to university. Left school at 14. Joined the Navy. School of life. Taught me everything I know. Discipline, punctuality, and a respect for our institutions. Something your long-haired cohorts on campus could well learn, instead of this violence and anarchy.
Whoa, Chief, you're jumping the gun.
That's a big call if you think the kids did the deed.
You said yourself he wasn't popular amongst the students. They thought he was square.
Man, the generation gap's turning into the Grand Canyon.
Cassie, there was a rowdy demonstration just before the bomb blast.
You just don't get it, Chief. Kids these days don't operate that way. Sit-ins, protests, they're into peace.
Not blowing people into pieces, you dig?
Well, if it wasn't the students, who was it?
Relax, Chief. We'll find out.
I want you to go undercover onto campus. Catch the culprit.
Cassie, Sticks, Poncho, we're going back to school.
And Funky Squad, be careful.
So, what's numero uno want to rap with us about?
I think you're about to find out for yourselves. But a word of warning. He's not very pleased with you.
Funky Squad, get in here!
Here come the judge.
What's eating him?
Man, now my ears are really ringing.
Listen to this one. 0800, case joint and eyeball suspect, money man splits, and we make like fast downtown, hot on his tail.
You're a poet, Sticks.
I've told you 1,000 times. Night moves dockside. Shadow the chick and hit on the stash. This is not the way we construct a police report.
We just don't dig paperwork, Chief.
That may
Sorry,
be,
Chief.
but
Just came through.
this city is a jungle.
Tell us something we don't know.
What's up, Chief?
Another homicide. 5th this year. Body found floating in the river. Looks like you've got a murder case.
You got an idea on the stiff?
Joseph Samuels. Apparently quite well known in the art world.
Cat's got style.
Flash threads, $50 shoes. Now all he's wearing is a toe tag.
See what you can find.
No probs, Chief. We'll hit the streets, sniff the scene, check what's going down.
He means we'll investigate the matter.
That's better. And Funky Squad, I want a full report this time, in English.
Buzz the boss. Tell him we're ready to rap.
Of course, that's understood, Commissioner. A very important case. Cassie, Sticks, Grant, Poncho. What do you make of this?
So, some two-bit hood gets trigger-happy, pops a piece, small-time punk takes the lead, ends up in the city morgue wearing a toe tag.
Why call Funky an early AM? Sounds like a gig for the goons in homicide.
There's a little more to this case than meets the eye. What does the name Victor Ramirez mean to you? Yes, that Victor Ramirez.
We've been trying to nail that lowlife for years. Drugs, prostitution, extortion.
Well, now you can add murder to the list.
Far out.
A couple of days ago, we received this phone call from the victim.
Is that the cops? Listen, I need help. Ramirez is after me. I owe him money. I'm afraid for my life. Hang on. I've got to go. Someone's coming.
Man, that is one spun-out hombre.
He was high on something.
He was tripping.
Well, he won't be taking any more trips. Unfortunately, we were too late to help him.
So let's go chuck the cuffs on Ramirez. We got the tape, we got the body.
Come on, Grant. No motive, no murder weapon. We can never make a charge stick.
Hey, Chief, you want to make a charge stick? All we need is the glue.
Just a word of warning. Victor Ramirez is one of the most ruthless and cunning operators in this city. Watch your backs, Funky Squad. Your husband's right, Mrs. Hartwell. This is very much a police matter. We'll get your daughter back.
If anything happens to her, I swear I'll...
Please, Mrs. Hartwell, I'm assigning my most highly skilled undercover officers. They should be here any moment.
Sir, madam, there are 4 young people here claiming to be police officers. Shall I send them in?
It's fine, Senator.
Swish pad.
Hey, Chief.
These are the officers that are going to find your daughter and bring her home.
Officers? But they don't look like...
So, what's the story, Chief?
The Hartwells' only daughter, Tiffany, was kidnapped this afternoon.
Heavy.
Price tag?
This ransom note was found an hour ago.
25 grand.
I'd pay twice that to get my daughter back.
Who would do such a thing?
Okay, let's get this show on the road.
Yes, Commissioner, we're right onto it. Very serious. That was the Commissioner. Funky Squad, have you read the paper this morning?
Sure have. Kid found half dead in an alley downtown. You want us to get straight onto it?
That's not the story I was referring to. What, some two-bit street hood, bored with vandalizing phone booths, decides to knock over one of his no-hope of buddies? Stop rummaging through the back pages. Look at page 1. Socialite robbed. That's the 5th burglary in Bayview Heights this month.
So, some fat cat's colour TV goes missing. You put out an APB. Meantime, the kids are copping it hard down ghetto side. Where's their justice?
I'll show you what their idea of justice is. In retaliation to the attack, members of the Bandits gang went on a rampage knocking out windows in an area controlled by their rival gang, the Skulls. Do you really think these hoodlums deserve our help?
These kids aren't crims, Chief. Don't you get it? They're victims. Victims of a system that just don't work.
And P.S. Society don't give a damn.
The Commissioner has specifically asked for these burglaries to be stopped.
So some fat cat sitting in his $50,000 penthouse on Easy Street clicks his fingers and Silvertop comes running like Rin Tin Tin on a leash.
And the kids on the streets downtown are left with zip.
Well, Chief, we didn't know justice was for sale.
All right, Funky Squad, you can have 48 hours to solve this case.
Thanks, Chief.
Funky Squad, 48 hours. As you can see, people, our friend has left us another of his calling cards. I don't need to tell you what an embarrassment this cat burglar has become to the force.
How many burglaries so far, Chief?
It's the 10th this month.
10? Hey, I thought cats only had 9 lives.
All 10 burglaries involve diamonds and require the scaling of high walls. I have here a list of possible suspects, all known criminals. Riffraff, petty crims.
Hey, Chief, you thought about looking on the top shelf?
I beg your pardon?
What's to say this guy ain't an upper-class cat?
You're suggesting our burglar may come from a wealthy background?
Cute theory, Einstein. But why would someone who already has money need to steal?
Hey, Square Boy, wake up to the real world. It's a game for this guy. Why do you think he's leaving us calling cards?
Interesting possibility. But we can't afford to rule out these other suspects. Now, come on, people. I want this cat burglar caught.
You think you're pretty clever, don't you?
I smell sour.
Ever since the Chief was dumb enough to put you guys together, you've been strutting around like you own the place.
Long hair, non-regulation clothing, no respect for seniority. Sure, you might turn a few heads, and your strike rate's good. But you're out of your depth with this case.
It's big league. And when it's that kind of stuff, you leave it to the grown-ups. Understand, children?
Come on, we got a case to crack.
Hey, officer, I think there's something on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's called a chip.
Funky Squad?
Join the dots on this. Cassie Cop's kooky calling card.
That clown thing.
Someone modifies Grant's surfboard, sends him down to the deep.
Then the icing on the cake. We jump into our wheels. Someone's done surgery on the brake cable.
I've seen this sort of thing before. Funky Squad, sit down. This is a vendetta.
Say what?
Someone is out to get you.
But who?
Must be some crim we've busted.
But if we've busted them, they've got to be cooling their heels behind bars.
Unless they've just been shown the exit door.
Of course. Chief, have you got a list of all the prisoners released in the last 48 hours?
Well, I believe that information can be accessed via the computer, but I'm afraid I'm a little out of my depth with these infernal contraptions.
Poncho? Amos, Beresford, Dawson. Does this one ring a bell? Green. Elliot Green.
Ain't that the nutcase we nailed for sabotaging the fun park?
I thought he was in the junk 5 to 7.
Make that 3. Early release for good behaviour.
Man, that burns me up. We do all the legwork, sweep the streets, book these lowlives, drag them in front of a judge who throws a book at them, then some two-bit warden with a bleeding heart falls for the good guy routine and lets him off the leash.
So, what's our next step?
Well, first of all, Funky Squad, I'm assigning officers to look after you around the clock.
Bad move, Chief. You're just giving this psycho more targets. We've busted him once, we can do it again.
But what about your vacation?
Vacation's on hold, Chief.
Come on, guys. Let's find this guy before he finds us.
Funky Squad, be very, very careful out there.